Hello, I'm Veronica Ramos with the Payroll Department. We will be covering payroll frequencies and pay dates, leave and absences, overtime, understanding your paycheck, direct deposit, employee access, Novatime, and important reminders. SAIC has two payroll frequencies based on your job. Monthly employees are normally paid on the fourth Wednesday of every month. They include principals, teachers, and counselors, secretaries, clerks, and bookkeepers, instructional assistants, librarians and library assistants, instructional coaches, health services, and central office paraprofessionals and professionals. Biweekly employees are normally paid every other Friday. Plant maintenance, custodians, police officers, transportation, food service, and teacher substitutes, and all our part-time staff. Leave is provided to SAISD employees and loaded to their payroll record before it is actually earned to allow employees to plan their school year. All leave is subject to adjustment. If an employee does not complete their entire contract year, the number of actual days worked are counted to determine the amount of leave earned, and an adjustment is made on the final check if needed. Leave taken but not earned will be adjusted upon resignation, termination, or leave of absence. Overtime eligibility. Who qualifies? Non-exempt employees such as hourly and paraprofessionals. What is overtime? An employee who physically works more than 40 hours in a work week. The district's work week runs Saturday at 12:01 a.m. through Friday midnight. And keep in mind that an employee may never volunteer their time to work. How is overtime computed and paid? Overtime can be computed and paid through flex time, comp time, or direct pay. And the computation is based on a 40-hour work week. Based on the results of the computation, overtime will be paid at your standard rate, which is your regular hourly rate, or the premium rate, which is time and a half. Overtime is reported to payroll on a supplemental pay form, and you can refer to the payroll manual for pay periods and pay dates. Understanding your paycheck. The very upper left corner of the paycheck has your personal information, such as your name and your employee ID number, which took the place of your Social Security number. Listed in the first column are your earnings and deductions. Your standard gross is the amount received on a monthly or bi-weekly basis. Next is absence deduction, which reflects an amount deducted as a result of an absence and no leave was available. Absence refund reflects an amount that is being refunded for a previous deduction. Taxable allowance is the amount paid for the use of a vehicle mileage expense. Taxable refers to the IRS definition of taxable income. Supplemental pay is the amount paid for any additional duties such as overtime, tutoring, or substitute teaching. And your total earnings are your standard gross minus any absence deductions, plus any absence refunds, plus your taxable allowance and supplemental pay. Withholding tax is the amount that's deducted in accordance with the IRS Form W-4. FICA tax is your amount deducted for Social Security and Medicare. The next section covers other deductions. First listed is your TRS deposit and TRS insurance, which is the Teacher Retirement System of Texas deposit that is mandated to all full-time employees. All other deductions are also listed here, such as your health insurance, dental insurance, and life insurance, annuities, and union dues. The next section covers leave used this period. Any leave that you took as of the date shown on your check stub will be shown here. Directly under use this period are your leave balances. Any leave that you still have available to use will be shown here. Your net pay is your total earnings minus your withholding tax minus your FICA tax, and any deductions will be your take-home pay. Direct deposit is available to all employees. The original form with the employee's signature is required, and your name must appear on the voided check or bank documentation. Keep in mind that deposit slips are not acceptable. Effective dates for direct deposit usually take 30 to 60 calendar days from the date the payroll department receives your form for processing. Other things to keep in mind: checks are distributed on payday at your department or campus. And it's very important that the payroll department always have your current address on file. When an employee separates from the district, the final check will be a live check that will be mailed. If an employee has taken more leave than what has been earned and the last payroll check is not sufficient to allow for an adjustment of unearned leave, the employee will be billed for any amount due. The payroll department is available at 554-8550 for any additional questions or assistance. Thank you and welcome to the district.